How's it going, guys? Welcome to the FM Dugout. We are back with Rescue Rangers as today we take on Celtic for the third time of the season number 3 that is, and looking to really, well, I'll say cement our position at the top. We really have cemented our position at the top. 24 games in, we are 21 points clear of Celtic, still unbeaten. 4 draws though, which is a little bit disappointing, but we are really, you know, well and truly top of the league. And if we win today, is it over? Well, it's probably as good as over. I think it probably is already, if we can keep our form going as it is. As you can see, we are top in goals scored, 56 goals, so averaging at just over 2 goals a game. Goals conceded 10, averaging at about 0.5 goals conceded per game. So it is going rather well. Michael Frey, 23 goals to his name now. He's now wanted by Fiorentina. I'm not sure actually if he still is. Yep, Fiorentina are interested in him. 4.7 million he's worth. He was a free transfer at the start of the season, just to give it context. 12 goals and 10 in the Champions League, 6 and 12 in the Scottish Premier League, so not particularly good domestically, scoring all his goals in Europe, which is pretty good. Tavernier, 12 assists. He is 7.99 average rating overall, which is absolutely fantastic. 8 in the Champions League, 7 assists in 8 games. He's been absolutely fantastic for us, but you know, it's one of these things. I'm going to get to the stage where I'm going to have to look to replace him as we look to get better. But yeah, we'll see how things kind of play out in that front. There is some news. I don't know if you'll have spotted it here. Neil Lennon is now manager of Celtic again. He's come back, appointed after Paul Lambert had been sacked after a poor run. So Lennon, obviously, when he was in charge of Hibs did give us problems with a 4-3-2-1 narrow, and I've changed our tactics for tonight accordingly, because they are playing that apparently still at Celtic, rather than playing the 4-2-3-1 wide, which seemed to have been favoured by both Lambert. I think Hierro played it as well, and I'm pretty sure Rodgers did. So Lennon, the first manager of Celtic in this series, now the 4th manager, but the first manager to be playing a different formation. So we changed things around a little bit tonight to see how that goes. But he's had a couple of disappointing games of late. Motherwell and Aberdeen, 2 draws there. So last time out we had Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League, and in between that we've had the highlights reel. If you haven't watched that, check it out just now and see how things go. But yeah, if you have watched it and you pay close attention, you'll see who we had in the Champions League. So we have actually had a fairly decent draw, I think. Gives us a good chance. Benfica. Now when you look at the teams that are in there, that are in the mix, Benfica is probably one of the better sides that we could have faced. So it gives us, I think, a real opportunity to make it through to the quarter-final, which will be absolutely amazing if we can do it. But we'll see how that goes. Obviously, I think before I kind of said something about doing a kind of dual episode, but I'm not going to do that. So it's going to be Celtic here. There'll be 4 games before we then play Benfica, so it's going to be a double episode for the Benfica ties, and by then the league may well be wrapped up, and it might just be a case of covering the Scottish Cup and any other remaining games in Europe. But yeah, so there's been quite a lot that's happened. As I say, the highlights have all the fixtures that you can see here from Paris Saint-Germain. 1 draw against Aberdeen, the rest all wins. Played Ross County 3 times in that window. It really is overkill in Scotland, playing the same teams over and over and over again. Some good wins, some hard fought wins, but we've managed to get ourselves into a really strong position in the league, as I said before, 21 points ahead of Celtic, and things are going quite well on that front. We've also had a transfer window as well, and there has been some movement both in and out of the club. Again, highlights reel covered the players that came in, not so much the players that went out. So let's take a little look and see what exactly happened. So Martin Waghorn has left to Brighton, and he's actually done okay for himself. 2 goals and in 2 games and an assist. The board and the fans were unhappy about this one. He went for 1 million, roughly 950k, and he's now worth 4.3 million, which I think just sums up the whole kind of mentality towards players' worth in both Scotland and in England. So, you know, he goes on with our best wishes. He did well for us over the seasons. 13 and 34 in the first season when we came in halfway through the season. 26 and 32 last year. 9 and 7 already this year. And yeah, you know, it was a guy that he had to go. You know, we do want to move on, and it's another one of Warburton's signings to have left. But also, Tom Lawrence, now worth 3.6 million. He's moved on to Huddersfield in the Championship. 3 games so far and not done particularly well. But 1.5 million we managed to get for him. How much did we sign him for? 1.4. So given the fact there was a sell-on clause as well, we've probably just lost a little bit of money on him. Barry Mackay has gone to Olympiacos, which was a kind of bolt from the blue, but he's not played that well either there. So kind of vindicating our decisions to sell these players. And then, well, this guy will get on into a minute. Jack Robinson has gone on to West Brom, and he's now worth 4 million after leaving for 1.4. So it's a bit crazy. He got really unhappy towards the end because I promised him I would play him, and then I think I listed him after I did play him and he wasn't very good, and I did find someone else to bring in, and it just kind of deteriorated from there. But luckily he's made the move to England as well. It didn't work out, so we signed him in the summer, and he's now gone on. So a bit of a gamble, and it didn't pay off. In terms of who has come in, Rafa Soares has come in. He was on loan at Sheffield Wednesday. Porto, I think, was the club that he was at. Well, Porto B, I suppose. He wasn't really favoured, but you can see so far he's settled in fairly well. 7.13 in 3 league games, 1 assist, and again, he's another one of these players that is kind of hovering around the 12 or 13 mark throughout, but you can see he can play pretty much anywhere on the left wing. His crossing is particularly good. Work rate maybe not fantastic, but yeah, he's kind of run of the mill, and he'll do for now until we can kind of forge ahead and get some really quality players in. But 23 years old, I think he definitely has got a little bit of potential to kind of grow, and certainly it makes my decision easier with Wallace at the end of the year to let him go, as he's now into his 30s, and yeah, time to move on. But then, next, Daniel Martino, someone found in our Southern Europe scouting. And if I looked at him, you know, I can see the physicals are good. And I can see things, you know, first touch vision, passing, technique and so on are there, you know, for an 18-year-old. But there was nothing kind of, you know, leaping out saying, oh, this guy's amazing. However, looked at who was interested in him, and it was Inter and Juventus, and that to me just said, right, there is definitely something here. The scouts found it, you know, he thinks he's good. I maybe didn't see it, you know, 100%, but the fact those other clubs were there sniffing around, I decided I had to go in for him. And as soon as he had signed, a couple of bids came in to take him away on loan, so I've let him go to Preston North End on loan for the remainder of the season, just to see how things play out there. But yeah, the squad is kind of taking shape. We've spent 19.75 million and we've actually made 29, so we've still made 10 million in profit from all the sales, albeit Rossiter was worth 20 of that. So just wondered how he's actually getting on. He's not doing particularly well for someone they've signed for so much. That'd be pretty annoying. We've also called Plegazello back, for two reasons. One, Josh Grant was injured at the time. Two, Plegazello's contract is up at the end of the year, and I really wanted to try and to play him a couple of times and just see, you know, is he going to be decent enough? I'm kind of thinking he's probably not. Looking at the potential ability at 3, I really want to be getting players that are at least 4, preferably 5. So yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes for the remainder of the season, but as things stand, he probably will be leaving with a number of other players. Let me just take a quick look at the squad and see who's due to leave. So Benacer, obviously on loan. McCrory I've set to be released. Plegazello will probably go, and Wallace as well. 31 years old, and he'll be 32 when the new season starts. It's time for him to move on, I think. And again, you can see current ability at 3. Really just want to try and kind of move things on a little bit. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Next year's going to be busy though. There's quite a lot in 2020. A lot of the youngsters there as well, whose contracts are due to expire. So it'll be interesting next year. It will. But anyway, tonight it is all about the game against Celtic, and looking, as I said earlier, to really kind of get some extra daylight between the teams. So Celtic 4-3-2-1 is the formation expected, and I've come up against Lennon at Hibs. That is what they'll play, I'm pretty sure. We are not going to play with our usual formation tonight. Let's just go on into the team selection and see what we're going with tonight. So it is a 4-2-3-1 narrow. I do feel this is one of the formations that seems to work against the 4-3-2-1. So hopefully it'll work out tonight. We do have the option, if we need to put Thompson and Felix out wide, to go to the 4-2-3-1 wide, which could potentially give Hibs a lot of problems with having 2 wide men on either flank, and they only have the one. So we'll see how it goes. This has worked for me before, so I'm quite happy to go with that again. So it means Poyet's out tonight anyway, so it actually works out to have the 2 central mid and not have a defensive mid here. But this is, I think at the moment, roughly our best team, give or take, with the way the formation is laid out. Patrick Bamford has made a bit of a recovery in terms of form. He is now 10 and 18, started playing much better, but you can see with his potential, he's kind of capped at 3 stars. You look at someone like Wilson, he's higher up. So again, will Bamford be here next year? I'm not sure. Likewise with Clough, these guys are kind of on the sort of edge of the squad really. He's 23 now. I don't know. I maybe been a bit too presumptuous on it. We'll see. But let's get on into the match and see whether we can put our foes to the sword once again. So last time we played them, of course, it was a 1-1 draw, and hopefully this time we can go 1 or 2 better than that. Pundit going for us, bet 365. Well, yeah, it probably shouldn't be in there, but yeah, the bookies are going for us as well. So let's see whether or not we can do that. Blah blah blah. Too many questions. Cannot be bothered with these at times. Right, we've actually got no instructions for these guys here, which I think is probably a little bit dangerous. We'll go in hard on them. Go for the fans. Yeah, that seems to have worked. And fill in the gaps as ever. This game, I suppose, isn't as important as it could, just because the fact Celtic have been slipping up of late. But yeah, there's a big difference between 24 points ahead and 18, and even from a sort of psychological point of view, letting them feel like they're kind of clawing back a bit of the gap. I would rather not letting that happen. Here we go. Barrow to Griffiths. Early doors and Celtic overturning possession. Sousa with a shot, pretty wild. and it is a goal kick after 25 seconds. And we're going to see it from here. So, fast start to the game by the looks of it. Bears unchallenged there and winning the ball. Yeah, we don't look that comfortable midfield at the moment. Dummett finding Christie, who's drifted out wide, and inside to Carvalho, back to Dummett, forward again to Christie. Carvalho can't seem to get the ball back, nobody putting the foot in. Barrow, Carvalho to Sousa, 30 yards from goal, plays it through to Griffiths with the effort, and Dominic makes a bit of a mess of it, and it's a corner. Not a good start to the game, not a good start at all. And we'll see if we can give some encouragement. I don't think it's just the formation to begin with. It's probably a whole load of factors, but certainly not having the possession. 20% possession after the first 2 minutes is pretty poor at home. And is it levelling out a bit? It is 31%, but again, Celtic on the ball. Thompson dispossesses Ramalho, lays it forward to Frey, cuts inside onto the right foot, and that's a terrible effort from him. Really good opportunity for Frey to make it 24 for the season, and obviously he likes to hear the Champions League music before he gets in the mood for scoring goals. A 1-2 ratio in Scotland, not particularly good, but he's averaged it more than a goal a game in Europe. So I don't know what's going on there. Fiorentina certainly interested in him, so he's got something. He's been doing well for us, but would like to see more goals domestically. And here comes Celtic once again. Griffiths carrying the ball over the halfway line, playing it wide to Lustig, closed down by Thompson, inside to Sousa. Lustig now continues his run forward and picks up the ball again, dispossessed by Felix. Thompson with the ball into Frey, plays it back, looking for support from Soares. Thompson inside to Felix. Burt now back again to Thompson. Felix finds Soares coming forward and takes on Lustig. Right footed cross in towards Benacer with a header. Now it'll count as a shot on goal, but it wasn't really going to test the keeper. Not enough pace on it. We seem to have got back into the game a bit now, and certainly in terms of chances we're doing better. It is one of the things I noticed with the 4-3-2-1 against Hibs all the time. They generally did have more of the ball, but we were quite dangerous going forward, so hopefully the same thing can happen today. So halfway through the first half, and yep, even Stevens. Why is it going so slow all of a sudden with the commentary? We'll just leave it at that. Sometimes it goes slow when the referee's talking to players. It can go a bit slow. Thompson here, playing it wide to Soares. Lots of space for him. Will it be a cross from deep? Comes inside again. Right-footed ball towards Benacer on the edge of the box. Comes inside and just over the bar. Was that again another good opportunity for Benacer coming forward from the midfield, making that run from deep. To be honest, our players aren't performing that well at the front. Felix, Thompson and Frey all in 6.6, and Celtic now coming forward again. Griffiths picking it up to Sousa, 30 yards from goal, closed down by blue jerseys all round. Dominic again making a bit of a mess of it, and Celtic will get the throw in on the left hand side, and we're not going to see the highlight for that. 3 yellow cards already, 2 for central midfield. Chances of getting a red card are probably pretty high with the way that's going, and we'll just have to see how it plays out. Lustig here on the ball, back to Ramalho. Long ball looking for Griffiths. Cooper cuts it out. Benacer with a header on towards Burt, and really looking for Tavernier to be offering some support wide on the right, but it doesn't go there. Felix. Thompson now, will he shoot? He does, and Herrera makes the save. I was heading into the top corner for certain. Good save from the keeper, putting it out for the corner right on the verge of half time. Soares with the corner, and it's headed clear, and that'll be the half time whistle. Maybe edged at a number of chances that we've had. Possession certainly not. 5 yellow cards now for the game. And yeah, it's our front line that's really struggling. Felix, Thompson and Frey all in 6.5. Well, that's easy enough. Not happy, and it seems to have gone down well. I'm just thinking for a little bit of joy to go wide here and put you on support actually instead. I just get the feeling that that formation just wasn't quite cutting it. Tavernier's having an absolutely terrible game there, 6.5 as well. I think what I might do is set them to wing backs on support. Pushes them forward a little bit. I'm kind of thinking with Chalobah and Benacer, I might change something around here, just with the cards, but I'm not sure. I'll try it at the moment. It's possibly being a little bit risky with doing this, letting the fullbacks kind of go forward as wing backs now, but sometimes you have to kind of take these chances. As Mari intercepts from Griffiths there early in the second half. Now Burt coming forward loses out to, I don't even know how to say his name, Sainez. Dummett to Christie. Carvalho looking for Griffiths with the ball forward, takes it down well and looks for some support from Sousa. He gets it to Barrow, closed down again by Chalobah. I've got a feeling there's going to be a red card here. A challenge is going to come in from Chalobah and he's just going to pick up a second yellow. Carvalho to Christie, through to Griffiths on his left foot. That's surely a goal here. Dominic with the save, and all a bit too easy there for Celtic going through the middle. I kind of think we need to look at oh jeez, that was close. Maya with the header at the back post, should have done better. I think we do need to go attacking. I think we now need to start to try and take this game by the scruff of the neck. Felix with a deep free kick from the left and headed away by Maya on the edge of the box. Tavernier picking up the loose ball forward to Mari. He's got to look for support because he's certainly no winger, and he went for a left footed shot and it's gone out for a corner, which Felix will take. Outswinger here from the right. Front post header from Cooper is hit the crossbar and it comes away. Sousa will get there before Mari, and he'll send it long up the park. Cooper intercepts. Close there for the breaking the deadlock. Matter of inches denying us, as Beryl now picks it up midway through his own half. Soares will get the ball there from the deflected ball forward. Thompson now to Chalobah. Right, we're going to go wide here. Forgot to change that actually. Now that we're actually playing wingers and wing backs, that's what I need to look to do. Now Beryl gets into the box and he has a chance to get the goal, and he does. 49 minutes on the clock and he scored. Mattis Beryl, second goal of the season, and that's really disappointing from our point of view. Cooper getting caught out of position and Soares deciding to just have a little stop, a little break on the edge of the box, and Beryl charging down on Dominic and putting it in. So we are in trouble, and Frey's having an absolute shocker of a game. I'm going to have to take him off, whether or not I feel he's the guy that can score goals for us. Cannot let a 6.3 go unpunished. The whole team's playing really poor today, to be honest. We've had chances and we just haven't taken them, and Celtic will now come forward once more. Griffiths inside the box. Tavernier tries to dispossess him. Mari tries to dispossess him. Nobody can, and the shot comes in. Dominic will make the save for the corner, but it's not looking good at the 60-minute mark. It really isn't looking good at all. Sousa with the corner in towards the back post. Dominic comes and claims it. Just trying to think of what we can do to shake things up a little bit. We certainly had chances. We don't have as much possession. Can Tavernier get a direct free kick in? He can. Yeah, that feels like a bit of a cheat, to be honest, but good free kick from Tavernier there. Easy way back into the game, and hopefully we can just take a bit of confidence from that goal. Lovely free kick once again, not too much bend in it, just enough power to beat the keeper. And oh goody, gotta love these highlights straight from the kickoff. Long ball probably coming up here. Souza, nope, finding Beryl, Christie, Benacer getting in the way, intercepting, now goes wide to Felix, coming forward, running at Dummett, gets past his man towards the byline, and at the front post Wilson with the effort, and that really would have been a fantastic 1-2 to have not only equalise but then take the lead within a couple of minutes. Souza will have a free kick. Can he do what Tavernier did? No, he won't. And 66 minutes on the clock. Let's see what we can change around. Jordan Thompson not playing particularly well, neither is Felix. I mean, they're not wingers, they're not meant to be playing that way. I'm going to give them food for thought, I think. Just try and shake this up a little bit. So Bert's playing okay. Felix, based on his performance, I think Felix has to come off. Let's go with Bamford as a poacher, Wilson as advance forward, Thompson, Chalobah. Benacer's been playing pretty well. Him as a ball winning midfielder there. Chalobah deep lying playmaker there. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. I just want to try and, you know, going for the two strikers. We'll maybe go a little bit more direct. It just gives the Celtic backline something different to kind of consider. Yes, it might leave us ourselves a little bit more open at the back, the kind of wing back position, but it's just, you know, sometimes it's better to kind of chop and change things. Gone back off of attacking, however. Right, Celtic with a highlight, not really what I was looking for. The ball comes in and the shot goes wide as a goal kick. I thought it might have taken a deflection. 15 minutes left at Ibrox, and really I want to be winning this. It's not the kind of game where I think I need to do overload. Thompson 6.6, not really much I can change that's going to have any major impact on the game. Celtic are coming forward just as I was about to do overload, and well, we get the ball forward. Thompson finding Bamford. Wilson is away, comes inside. Is he going to shoot? Nope, he's going to lose the ball, and Soares chasing it back. He gets there first. Cooper now forward to Thompson. Soares is away on that left wing, but nobody finding him. Burt through to Wilson into the box. Left footed shot into the bottom corner, and that is how you do it. And we're back in front with only 6 minutes left on the clock, and Wilson getting the goal off the bench. As you can see though, why we don't go wide. I do tell the team to go wide. Tavernier and Soares had acres of space, but fortunately for us, Wilson was able to pull off the finish there. Here he comes again, but dispossessed by Lichnowsky. Chalobah to Thompson. Right, I'm going to stop this a minute, because what is going on? Exploit the flanks. I don't get it. Look at all that space. Crazy. But here we go again, through the middle. Wilson gets onto it, and the save is there for Herrera. So I'm just having a bit of a rant. I just can't understand why, with all that space, and I think we do actually tell them to pass into space as well. So two instructions pretty much telling them to play it out to the wing backs, yet it never seems to materialise. There's 1 minute left And we've got free kick here with Tavernier. Doesn't go direct. Chalobah skips over the challenge, gives away the ball to Souza, and up it comes to Griffiths. And really need to win the ball back here because those green and white hoops are coming forward. Sinclair gets by his man. Cooper stops him dead in his tracks, and now the counter attack is on for us. Wilson is away on the right. On his right foot, will he cut it across for Bamford? He does. Bamford's unmarked, and Bamford puts it in. The final nail in the coffin for this match and potentially the season. 3-1 now. Wilson and Bamford linking up well, and what could have been 2-2 quickly turned into 3-1 there. Wilson with the awareness to find Bamford at the back post and coolly dispatched by the Irishman, and that will be it for the game. And to come back from 1-0 down and win 3-1, I'm pretty pleased with that. There's certainly some disappointing factors for today. Frey in particular, that was a crazy challenge from Wilson. Luckily he didn't make connection. Griffiths into the box, whips it across, Dominic with the save. But yeah, Frey particularly disappointing. Maybe the fact he was playing as a sole striker, I don't know. Really out of character. But yeah, great result. Pleased for the fans. And oh yeah, never updates the league there. So yeah, that's us. Let's have a quick look at the league table. 24 points ahead and 13 games to go, so that's what, 39. So yeah, 15, potentially 5 games away from winning the title if neither team slip up. So it could happen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before the second Benfica game against Hibs, potentially. We haven't been in good form, but there's a lot of big games coming up, so rotation will come back in again, and we'll see how things pan out. But the Benfica game will be the next episode, a double header. Hopefully you'll come back for that. But yeah, we're certainly putting a name back in there, and I think it looks all but certain that we're going to win our second title of the series. But that's it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like and a comment. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, I'll see you when I see you.